FerociousWraith.
What is up, my fellow fiends? Welcome back to another MultiVersus video. Now you're probably wondering, Wraith, you already made a top 10 MultiVersus Character Wishlist video. Well, my friends, I have an answer for you, and that is, I did not include enough cartoon characters in MultiVersus for my wishlist. Now, it's not because I don't want these characters, quite the contrary. There are a lot of characters I would love to see in MultiVersus, but when I made my wish list, I was thinking of the characters that I would just love to play in a Smash Bros. Setting. However, I think there are a lot of characters that deserve representation in this game, and I also think they'd be a ton of fun too, so without further ado, let's get to it. Coming in at number 10, we got the wily Coyote from, of course, Looney Tunes. Now, growing up, I always wanted to root for this guy. I always thought the Roadrunner was being a total dick to this guy, and I'm like, can this guy just win once? I mean, even Tom from Tom and Jerry wins once in a while. So this poor guy, I don't know if he's ever won. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, of course, if he has won, but this guy never wins. But man, in MultiVersus, maybe they can correct that. You know, obviously I only included Wile E. Coyote here because you could do so much with all his different gadgets and Acme items, but you could almost add Roadrunner as a little bit of a side note on that one. So yeah, I would love to see what they would do with Wile E. Coyote, especially since Bugs kind of fills some of those obligations already with his gadgets.
Oh yeah, coming in there, number 9, Johnny Bravo. Thank you very much. Now, yeah, Johnny Bravo, he's a character that is just a must for MultiVersus. You see, everybody loves Johnny Bravo. All the girls love Johnny Bravo. All the boys want to be Johnny Bravo. We gotta get Johnny Bravo up in MultiVersus, so please, add my boy to the MultiVersus. Number 9, next.
Coming in at number 8, we got Chowder. Now, I'll be the first to admit, I didn't watch a ton of Chowder when I was younger, something I do intend to correct in the future. But this one goes to my friends who absolutely would love to see Chowder get some representation in MultiVersus. And you know, I've watched some of the clips of that show. It is just totally random and chaotic and crazy and really funny too. I mean, they even got some of my favorite voice actors in there, so I don't know why I haven't watched Chowder yet, but I'll tell you, he should be in MultiVersus. I think that'd be a good spot. I'd like to see him there. And now number 7, which I cannot honestly believe he isn't in the game already. It's despicable. Daffy Duck should already be in the game, but he is here on this list because Daffy is a must. If you got Bugs, where's Daffy? We gotta have the team up with Bugs and Daffy Duck on the same team. I don't know what they would do for his moveset, but you gotta have Daffy, man. He's hilarious. What can I say? One of my favorite Looney Tunes characters of all time. The guy you always want to root for, even though he always messes up, so come on. Get Daffy in there. Why is he not in MultiVersus? Next. Alright, coming in at number 6 is one, again, I'm going to include because even though I've never even seen the show, so yes, I know that makes this credibility bad, but hear me out. I think Samurai Jack should definitely be in MultiVersus. It would be really cool to get an Adult Swim rep in MultiVersus besides Rick and Morty, of course, on that one, but yeah. I've been meaning to watch Samurai Jack, but he's another one of those characters that I just know my friends would want, and I'm sure many of you want, so be sure to scold me in the comments, by the way, for not watching Samurai Jack and Chowder, because what am I doing? I know these are good shows. I'm sorry that I haven't watched them. There's a lot of stuff out there to watch, but you know, put Samurai Jack in there. Moving on. And yes, I'll say it now, number 5 and number 4 both belong to the same show. So let's get it a rip. Let's get going. Number 5 is one of my favorite villains of all time, and definitely my dad's favorite villain from this show, Mojo Jojo. I mean, man, what an interesting character. Just such a neat villain. I would definitely like to see Mojo Jojo, but also, of course, number 4 would be the Powerpuff Girls because, gotta have them all. And I'm sure they're coming already. They've been teased, but I gotta include them in this list because, well, the Powerpuff Girls, huge part of so many childhoods, including mine. Do I remember everything? Probably not, but I used to watch a ton of Powerpuff Girls, and man, there was some stuff back in those days that they definitely probably wouldn't say or do now on that show, but man, we gotta have the Powerpuff Girls. I mean, obviously on my other list I had a lot of DC characters, and they may not be a part of any cinematic universe like DC, but Powerpuff Girls are more than worthy to go one-on-one with characters such as Wonder Woman, characters such as the Teen Titans. I would love to see it. You gotta have them in there. Going on to number 3, I am choosing Grimm from the Grimm Adventures of Billy and Mandy. How neat would it be to have the literal Grim Reaper in MultiVersus, complete with the scythe? Oh man, he'd be such a fun character. I don't know how that would work exactly. I mean, this is obviously a joke, but I guess his balancing would be he'd be literally unkillable. I mean, he'd just destroy everybody. I mean, it'd be over. You'd be done. He's the Grim Reaper. What can you do? I don't know, but put him in there. I think it'd be fun. I mean, I don't know if you guys would want other characters from Billy and Mandy, but I feel like it's gotta be Grimm. But anyways, moving on to number 2, gotta have Ben 10, man. Ben Tennyson. Just so many different ways you could use this character. I mean, I don't know how they would develop a moveset. I mean, you almost have to have different forms with each move almost just to make him work, but that'd just be a really, really cool concept to put him in this game. I think there's just a lot you could do. I mean, I want characters like Green Lantern, but yeah, Ben 10 would just rock. So he's another one I would absolutely want for a lot of people, including myself. And coming in, number 1, last but not least, Eustace from Courage the Cowardly Dog. I was thinking about this one, and I'm like, I don't know if I'd put Courage in there, but maybe Eustace with Courage as part of his moveset. That could be pretty interesting. I would absolutely love to play as Eustace and just go around calling all the dog characters stupid dogs. You make me look bad. It'd just be very goofy like that. But anyways, that's my top 10. But of course, I cannot go on this list without mentioning my unofficial number 1 that was included in my last list. But if I could include it here, I would. That'd be Ed, and Eddie. I want Ed and Eddie in this game more than any other cartoon character. And I've been planning on doing a little concept on how I'd add Ed and Eddie to the game. So they would be the unofficial number 1, even though they're not number 1 on this list. So anyways, guys, that's all I got for you today. Be sure to tell me your top 10 for cartoon characters you'd like to see in MultiVersus. And let's compare, If you think I chose stuff just to cater to people, well, feel free to tell me. But I definitely would love to see more Looney Tunes characters, Powerpuff Girls characters, just more goofy ones like Chowder. Another one I was thinking of adding, but I didn't add was like Blue from Foster Home. But yeah, there's so many characters that they can work with in WB, so really, the sky's the limit with MultiVersus. Just one more thing. I just want to say, I love Smash Bros, but the characters didn't really appeal to me because I didn't grow up with them. But with MultiVersus, these are characters I grew up with and really love and adore. So just having a Smash Bros type game with all these characters, man, it's pretty darn cool. Triple kill. But that's it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace, my fellow fiends.